My project is a BAS Digital Education Fellowship focused on online teaching academies and workshops for Duke teaching assistants. My name is Dayton Kinney. In addition to being a 2020-2021 BAS Digital Education Fellow, I'm also a PhD candidate in music composition and an active music composer. You can find more information about me as an educator and as a composer on my website. And please feel free to follow, like, friend, or subscribe to any of the social media accounts you see on there. I tend to share all my information related to research, performances of my music, and the occasional funny meme. Next. So my project, the two main highlights we like to focus on in this presentation is that I began my relationship with learning innovation as a summer 2020 teaching fellow. And during that time, along with Anderson and Sophia and Hugh, we worked on the online TA training workshop series launched in summer session 1 with the Graduate Academy for online teaching, as well as those workshop series. During the academic year, my work on both the workshop series and the Graduate Academy continued into the fall and spring, with the workshop series and the Graduate Academy taking a couple of different twists and turns based on our findings and our own gathering of materials and resources. And through these 4 separate series, and 2 Graduate Academies, we were able to meet the needs of Duke's TAs during the pandemic. Next slide. The online TA training workshop series used throughout Duke has had a significant impact. Altogether, we've had about a total of 900 participants throughout the series during summer session 1, summer session 2, fall and spring. Our series was attended by the undergrad students, grad students, faculty, staff, postdocs, and many more. Accompanying the series, I helped develop some of the online TA Sakai training site that is used throughout Duke to help train and assist those interested in remote learning. Please feel free to reach out to Sophia if you are interested in learning or checking out some more of that Sakai training site. We also helped with developing the site in order to use throughout Duke for anyone who is interested in either remote learning, hybrid learning, or also enhancing their in-person classes with digital tools and best pedagogical practices. And during the online TA series, I also helped develop 2 TA panels. The first, which is based on Learning Innovation's panel for new faculty. Ours is called What I Wish I Had Known About Being a TA at Duke. And the second is engaging students in large classes with active learning. Throughout these projects, I also gathered additional resources and expertise, which is also available on both the online TA series, Sakai's site, as well as the Duke Graduate Academy sites. Next slide. These additional resources included Learning Innovations resources developed by John Holt and Hannah Rogers' work on inclusive teaching, and some of my own. They currently, again, reside in the online TA Skills Sakai site where they are being actively used throughout Duke. And these materials you'll see in the next slide are reaching about, between the series and the Sakai site, we're reaching about 900 participants spanning across Duke. And I want to take a moment and thank Dr. Joan Durso and Dr. Bridget Hart for their help and guidance on determining what would be the most impactful importance for TA training and our 2 panels. Throughout our discussions, their advice, we can clearly see the impact that we had, as you see in the graph. Out of all the participants, 45% came from the sciences and engineering, 15% were from social sciences, 15% from the arts and humanities. You also see a significant portion of participants from the business school, the law school, the School of Medicine, and the nursing school, as well as additional people not categories in specific departments that range from athletic advisors to the administration at Duke. So huge impact. Next slide. So now the second highlight was the Graduate Academy, where I was part of the teaching team for the summer and the winter Graduate Academies that you also heard a little bit from with Anderson's earlier presentation. Here, I also helped develop a living Sakai site, much similar to the online TA series Sakai site, to host resources on online teaching as well as co-facilitated demonstrations and shared my expertise. Next slide. The One of the presentations that I helped facilitate and create was for the final day of the Academy. This presentation was based on my own experience as a composer and as a PhD in music composition. Quite often in my field, we have this entrepreneurial spirit when it comes to education and teaching, as many of us either teach individual lessons, either our instruments or theory or composition, as well as usually tied to a school or conservatory. And this presentation was on day 5 of both the summer and winter academies, titled An Entrepreneurial Approach to Teaching, where I taught about optimizing social media experience and presence. We also focused on the idea of developing portfolio materials for wider accessibility and optimizing social media in order to create traffic and interest in your research so that you have a wider accessible audience that can go through your materials and also connect with you. And other topics that we touched upon included self-marketing, networking, and of course, the idea of connecting with current and prospective students. So between the 2 academies, we had a total of 75 participants. So between the 900 participants in the TA workshop series and about the 75 here in the graduate academies, I was able to help impact about 1,000 participants, almost 1,000 participants during my BASS Digital Education Fellowship, as well as my time as a summer teaching fellow for last summer. Next slide. So I want to take a moment for for all the hard work from all those who helped with this project. And of course, I've worked with so many people that I cannot possibly fit on one single slide deck. But I want to take a special thanks to all the people on this list, from Seth Anderson, who was my project advisor from Learning Innovation, Dr. Hannah Rogers, who is a consultant with Learning Innovation, the newly minted Dr. John Holt, congratulations on you're defending your dissertation, who has been working with Learning Innovation as well. Also, Dr. Bridget Martin Hard, Dr. Joan Durso, Michelle Evans, Tara Kremling, Dr. Sophia Stone, Dr. Hugh Crumley, and many other of the TA workshop panelists and presenters that included some of the other BASF fellows such as Anderson and Chingrim and many more. So I want to finally end with a thank you for all of you for listening to my presentation. And if you have any additional questions, next slide, please feel free to reach out by my Duke email, or you can also reach me through my website, which you can find me very easily again on social media or my other professional email. Thank you.